Hello everybody, I'm Christopher Bliss and I've been asked to do a quick review of this year's Latitude Festival's literary lineup. We've got some wonderful writers coming down to talk to you. I'm just going to go through a few of my favourites. We've got Debra Levy. Now she's written a wonderful novel called Swimming Home. My favourite thing about this is Deborah has a very clever trick that she uses in this novel. So it's set in the south of France, and she wants to set a sort of a very nice setting. She wants it to start in a nice way because there are going to be some fairly nasty things that happen later on. And the trick that she uses is by actually setting it in a town called Nice. I just think it's such a clever trick, and it's one that I'm going to be using myself in years to come. So thank you for that, Deborah. We've got Emily Dean and Kate Spicer in conversation. Now, Kate Spicer wrote a book called Lost Dog, A Love Story. And Emily Dean wrote a book called Everybody Died, So I Got a Dog. Well, I'm sorry, Kate, but it's pretty obvious where your dog's gone. And I hope that during the course of this conversation, Emily at least has the decency to give it back. We've got Dr. Hannah Critchlow. Now, Hannah Critchlow wrote a wonderful book called The Fate of Science. Or was it The Science of Fate? I can't remember, but either way, it's a wonderful idea for a book. And I find with non-fiction books that I often like to skip to the very end, skip to the final sentence, because that really it often sums up the book for me and saves me the hassle of having to read it. So for this book, and I really think this is a wonderful final sentence, and I hope this sums it all up for you. Final sentence. I hope we can choose the latter option. So I hope that gives you some insight there into Hannah's mindset. Thank you. We've also got Julia Armfield. Now, Julia has written a wonderful book of short stories called Salt Slow. It won an award, although I would also like to give it a personal award, Christopher Bliss's award for most disgusting opening line I've ever read. Here it is, the opening line of the opening short story. I have my grandmother's skin. That is disgusting. What, in a jar? I don't know. I actually put the book down. I thought it was too disgusting to carry on, but I've heard the rest of the book is actually very good. I just didn't quite have the stomach for it. Would have liked a little warning on the front there, Julia, I'm not going to lie. We've also got Max Porter with his award-winning novel, Grief is the Thing with Feathers. Now, very exciting actually. It was, in 2015, this book was shortlisted for the Guardian's first book award, which I was surprised about. I'm surprised that that's their first book award. They've been going for ages. But anyway, and incidentally, that was in 2015, and they haven't actually done it since. So not only is it their first book award, it's actually their last book award. So come on, Guardian, more than one award, please. But it was shortlisted, so it's very good. I thought I'd like to read the opening of this book. It really is very lovely. So here we go, the opening page, the very beginning of Max Porter's book, Grief is the Thing with Feathers. There's a feather on my pillow. The pillows are made of feathers, go to sleep. It's a big black feather. Come and sleep in my bed. There's a feather on your pillow too. Let's leave the feathers where they are and sleep on the floor. Lovely. Although I can't help thinking that it would be easier to just move the feather. Even if there's one on each pillow, I really don't think you need to sleep on the floor for that. And if I were to think of an object that would be the most easy object in the world to move from a pillow, it probably would be a feather. So, sorry Max, I think we're just on a slightly different wavelength there. We've got Philippa Perry. Now, Philippa Perry's got a wonderful book called The Book You Wish Your Parents Had Read, and Your Children Will Be Glad That You Did. This is a lovely new take on bringing up a child. The opening hit, so the opening sentence of this book is, the cliche is true. Children do not do what we say, they do what we do. So what that's trying to say is, if you want your baby to wear a nappy, you've got to wear a nappy too. Okay, it's a very interesting new take on bringing up a child, become a baby to raise a baby, it's that sort of thing. But lovely, interesting left field sort of take on child rearing from Philippa there. We've got Natalie Haynes. She's got a lovely book called 1,000 Ships. So this is a book all about the Trojan War, but told from the point of view of the women. A very powerful book, but it's also got some very light touches to it. Take this lovely sentence here. A deafening crack awoke her, and she caught her breath. You know, if it's very cold outside and you can still see your breath, some people like to have a lot of fun with that. So it is about, you know, how a lot of people can still find a lot of fun to be had even when there's a horrible war going on around them. Lovely little message there. I'm very much looking forward to meeting Rennie Edo Lodge, author of Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. It's all right, find something else to talk about. It's absolutely fun. And some wonderful other authors going to be there as well, including myself, of course, reading a couple of my little novels out. So I hope to see you there. It's going to be a wonderful lineup. Thank you very much. I've been Christopher Bliss. Goodbye.